Hi, Leo. It is Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your October tarot reading, spur of the moment. I just would like to get a couple of videos out there before the weekend starts and babysitting the grandkids tomorrow. And so that's going to keep me pretty busy. Anyway, oh, look at that, Leo. So, you have the Ace of Pentacles. There is a new beginning, possibly a new source of income or a new idea you have to, you want to start creating something new. So this is new job, new idea for a business, new source of income, definitely new beginning for you. So let's see what we got going on for you here. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. I've also got the Soul Luna Tarot today and the Sacred Rebels Oracle. So let's see what we have for you. In the recent past, you have Justice, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. It looks to me like there's a situation, and it involved some sort of fair situation, bringing out fairness in a situation. You may have been judged, or you could be judging someone else, and there seems to be some quest for information here. Okay, so whether on your side or on their side, there is some action, and they could be looking for information to try and make a decision here, okay? Out of this situation, it seems that you have options, and there could be other things that you're trying to, make come true for you. Also, there's a lot of, like, I kind of see this as a lot of complications in the situation as well. It's not just one angle you can look at this. There's different possibilities and possibly different complications from some sort of, doesn't have to be necessarily legal, but it could be where you're being judged, or you're under the microscope in some way, or you have someone under the microscope and you're trying to make a fair decision here, and you're trying to look at all the evidence, all the what you know about it, and I think that you're trying to be fair. You're trying to have some compassion here too in the situation, or you're wanting, you're definitely wanting some. But this situation is what could lead to this new beginning, this new idea. In the present, you have the Three of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Hierophant. So whatever this situation is, I think that maybe your feelings were hurt. Maybe you felt judged unfairly, misjudged perhaps, or someone's feelings are being hurt here. And it feels like it's not just you and them. It could be 3 or 4 people involved in this situation, and I feel like perhaps you're getting the brunt of the judgment here, which is not really fair. And what happens is that this could have given you, or is giving you, some time to think. You're deciding, or will decide to look at this in a different way, that it's not going to hurt you. You decided not to take this personally. You've decided to just move on, seeing it in a different light, seeing of this bad situation, what's good in this bad situation. I have to look at the silver lining. Okay, the silver lining. And so that's what this Hanged Man energy is about, where you could have taken a break or taken some time to think about this and think about how you're looking at it, how you're accepting it, realizing it, and thinking, I got to look at this another way. You know, I shouldn't take this all personally and let it hurt me, or let it um because the stuff can really influence you, eh? Really influence you and your future path. So because because you decide to look at this in a different light, a better light, how you can improve yourself. You think, okay, what can I get out of this, and move on. And also, you're lifting yourself up. This is maturing you in some way. You're learning you're getting some sort of spiritual enlightenment out of this. Also, I feel like you may get guidance from someone in the situation when you're doing this hangman, when you're pausing and reflecting. You may give guidance, or get guidance from someone who you respect, basically. I also feel like you're moving more into this role as well, where you're seeing things as a step forward instead of a step back. Okay, and a whole different. You're just sort of picking yourself up and you're dusting yourself off, and you're saying, I'm going to go at this another way, and I'm gonna turn this all around. Okay. Now, I want to tell you that, when you're reading, right? When you're reading, all of these cards are connected in a lot of different ways. We read them across this way, but we also read them down, and we get to, with their, this one is connected to everything. And it's advice is, take some time and think, look at the other side, look at the possibilities, look at the silver lining, in all things that, uh, and especially things that you're getting upset or affecting you or defensive or hurt about. And you're deciding to look at this a whole nother way. Anyway, in the outcome, you have the Four of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Emperor. All right. So here we can see that you're not quite satisfied with the situation. You're not getting fulfilled from this. There's empty promises, or things aren't. You're told this is going to be the deal, and it's not quite the deal. It's not how it's quite working out. You also could, because it feels like, as a result of this justice, that you may be getting treated differently. Okay. Not as much attention, not as much time, not as many hours. It's being reflected, I think. Okay. Reflected down. All right. And you may not be satisfied with this situation. You may feel that it's not for you. There's something missing. You want more of something here. You want more. Usually, when we're talking about the Eight of Cups, we're talking about emotion. There's some sort of emotion not in the situation that needs to be. And it seems like we're partners, or we live together, or something. But you or someone is leaving the situation, the current situation. Okay. And I really feel like you might, like, this could be you, Leo. You could be going into your own business, starting your own business, becoming the king of your castle. You could feel more in control now, that you're not letting these things that, well, the other thing too is that you're feeling more control because you're changing the things in your life that you're unsatisfied with. There's a few things too. I don't think it's just one. I don't think it's just your job, or just your relationship, or just this or just that. There's a few things. And you're deciding, instead of sitting there and feeling sorry for yourself, you're going to change. You're going to make the changes, and you're going to get rid of what you don't like and start bringing in some stuff that you do want or do like or prefer, or a goal. You're going to start going after those goals, okay? And you're feeling more confident, more in control, and happier. You don't let this. I just don't think you let it get to you. Maybe perhaps like you used to, but that's what you're doing. You are not sitting in things that you're not happy in anymore. For perhaps you've sat in it for a while, been dissatisfied where you're living, where you're working, your relationship, who knows what. But I feel that and I also feel that you've been accomplishing a lot of your goals and dreams lately. You've been doing those things, trying to make yourself happy and feel good and trying to make those changes. It's just on the emotional level, I feel like you could be lonely, you could be missing something, someone. You're wanting a little bit more of that in your life, connection, and that's what you could be trying to get control of. But you've been getting control of a lot of things in your life, doing some work here. So you got the Tower. So the Tower is, and so this may have happened already or it may be coming, okay? And the Tower is a surprising event that kind of knocks everything out of whack, but brings happiness, freedom, um, it brings everything you want, but you're afraid to go out and do it yourself. You're afraid to take that action and just sort of, and so something falls apart that you wanted to anyway. You really weren't putting your heart into it, or don't feel happy in it anymore, and you want out. And so you may just get it. You may just get it. And it's giving you the freedom that you desire. The Tower is also always a blessing in disguise. So don't fear the Tower, because it's bringing you the freedom you seek. It's bringing you the freedom you seek. That new there's one deck of cards, could be the Mythic Tarot. Excuse me. And you see the crone, and he's up in the tower, okay? And out his window, he can see a temple. He can see a sacred ceremonial spot, a place of faith and happiness, possibilities. And he wants to go there. He wants to be there. He wants to begin his journey. But as you know, we must take a step. We must open that door and step out of it. But sometimes it's not that easy. It's just not that easy. We carry guilt or something, and that keeps us there. But I'm telling you, something's coming along that is going to put you at that door where you're able to step out of it to your new beginning. This new opportunity. Sorry, I know that's really loud in the microphone. Terribly sorry. So now we're going to take a card from the Sacred Rebels. I really like these cards because they usually get right at what we're talking about, eh? This is them here. I don't know these cards very well. It's like 2 pages of description, some of them. And so I may read a little bit. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of, well, there is your card right there. Very interesting. 44, visions of life beyond death. Now, I believe Scorpio got this one too, eh? So let me see what the book says here. This is so I like that you've reached some sort of wisdom, some sort of understanding. And that's what seems like what's going on here. You're rising above all these personal feelings and taking everything so personally. Or maybe that's what's happening around you. People are taking everything so personally, and you're like, geez, I can't even say anything or do anything. And everyone's getting a feeling about it. God. And so you're, at first you could have been really upset, defensive. It's like, geez. But now you're sort of changing. You're deciding, you know what? It's not me. It's not me. And I'm okay with, how I am. And you're growing, learning, kind of rising. And just becoming so much more wise. And these birds represent how your confidence and your understanding. You've got gained some sort of understanding in the situation. So let me find it before I go on and on and on. Oh, look at that! I opened right up. Okay. You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly see, to see what is real than what appears to be, the true insight. What was once considered consequential may soon be found to hold little consequence at all. See, that's that hangman, eh? That's that hangman energy, and seeing something in a different light, in a different way. You're like, oh, I never thought about it in that way, that perspective, right? Um, as mundane as something once appeared, it could be now be worthy of absolute attention. The gift of genuine vision takes you into being of the universal creator. This is the sacred terrain beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. The more open you are to receiving true vision, the more love you will feel and recognize within and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed, to be lost, or to die, but there is love within it always. This realization doesn't remove the pain of the loss. It does provide a way through which it can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. I like that a lot. So, if you have been wondering about your life path, or whether you should take action on a project or need inspiration to really move you out of a slump you had fallen into, then this oracle brings you a message of hope. You will receive your vision. You will be graced with a way out of the stagnancy. You will be able to see things differently. I love that, because this hanged man is the dead center of your reading. It's the main focus, and you're going to be able to see things differently and more accurately. Any confusion or uncertainty you have felt is going to pass, and you will be left with clear insight. The stories you've been feeding yourself, or telling yourself may end up looking different to how they appear now. This may surprise you, but the vision that is coming to you will be more truthful and therefore freeing. And that's very interesting that it says that too, because again, the tower is about freedom. It frees you from something you've been telling yourself or feeling or whatever. And it's a zone that isn't a good zone usually. The tower isn't a good zone, but so it's also asking you to shift your perspective and look at an issue of concern a little differently. If you don't know how to do this, simply add the following statement to the end of the healing process below. Um, so, your ability to be inspired and see the light in all things is unfolding. It must be nourished in your heart with loving acceptance, because you're going to help others through your vision, your art, and how you choose to be in the world. So that is fantastic. I like that. And it just fit. I told you, it always pulls out the right card. It just does, eh? So, anyway, Leo, big change that you're going to be really happy about. I feel like you're going to gain some sort of enlightenment over the next I'd say right up until the end of the year. I feel like this isn't just this month. I feel like for the next 3 months, okay, for the next quarter, okay, you're going to be going through some sort of a transition where you're going to see things in quite a different light to be able to, not carry this stuff, okay? And it's because of this justice or injustice that's happened that's, sort of changed you, what looked like a problem, like I said, is actually a blessing in disguise, the situation, okay? So don't fear it, welcome it. Love you so much. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. And I hope you have a lovely weekend. And I'll be moving on to Aquarius next, okay? Take care. Love you bunches. Bye now.